Welcome back to the Market Wolf, where I give you the best bear case, the best bull case, and I give you my opinion. 12 days ago, I told you that we were going to have a failed breakout on Bitcoin, in my opinion, and that is exactly what has transpired. Bitcoin attempted to break out off of the top of the triangle, and it failed. I'm going to start with Sell, Trias, and Quant, and then we are going to move into Bitcoin. I want you to make sure that you stay to listen to the Bitcoin information at the end of this video, because that is going to let you know how these other coins are going to move. Now, on Sell, when we're looking at Sell, we're on this little bear flag here following Bitcoin. We broke down past 0.6889, and remember, I told you that was a key level we needed to hold in order to get bullish again and get out of here. That is not happening right now. I'm going to take you to the 30-minute on Bitcoin so you understand exactly what's going to happen. But if Bitcoin continues bearish, then sell frame you can expect come down to 0.6344 for starters. And if things really begin to break down more, that 0.5832 mark is where we need to see a true bounce, true support, and we need to see the momentum starting to recover. If we don't see that, then we could have further problems. And remember, that is your absolute line of last resort. Honestly, 0.6889 is kind of that, really. But, I mean, 0.5832, that's it. That's case closed. You're possibly, more than likely going down further if you break that and close below that a lot further. And 0.6889 has its own reasons for that as well. Now, one thing I will say about Sell on the bull case is that, you know, if you can get topside of 0.6889 and hold it again, then of course we're hanging on and we're just chopping sideways, consolidating more and trying to get bullish again, okay? So we've double bottomed, so that's a one bullish way to look at it in the short term here at 0.6685 essentially. Actually a little lower than that, to be honest. That would be more like about 0.6491, but in any case, so you could look at it like that, and perhaps we test some of our former highs. We circle around, make a little cup here, get back on top of 0.6889. But really, that's the area you want to hold. And, you know, look at that uptrend. We hit that beautifully just over it, followed Bitcoin on that potential. See how we tried to get back inside the symmetrical triangle? And that correlated with Bitcoin attempting its breakout. Excuse me, and of course it's failure. So let's take a look now at Trias. Okay, Trias, wow, my bear case has already happened for Trias, which means Bitcoin must have made some moves I didn't see, or possibly just Trias was lagging behind. So we've already come down to the bottom of this channel. And you could consider this possibly a momentum move down, and we might put a little curve on here and come down again and touch it again. That's a possibility. But basically this range in between about 688 and 638, we may be revisiting those areas just depending on what Bitcoin does. That's your bear case. And honestly, losing this upper range here is not good. And, you know, if we can't catch support in this area somewhere, we're definitely coming down to $5.19. That's your next major level there on the way down on Trias. Now, the other thing I will point to is the bull case. If we can get support at the bottom of this, actually, it's actually, oh my goodness, it's actually the top of that former descending channel. We definitely don't want to break that. Oh my gosh, that'd be so bearish. But if we can get support here on top of it and hang in there and get that 702 level back, we can crawl our way back up there, perhaps put in some kind of a maybe a reverse head and shoulders here on the 2-hour time frame to try and get ourselves bullish again. It looks like we could be trying to build that right now. We see maybe a left shoulder on there. Maybe this is the head. Maybe we put on a right shoulder. That's how you can get bullish and perhaps test as high again as maybe about $8.66, somewhere in that range. Okay, so let's take a look now at Quant. And look, like I said, I only taste a falling knife. And again, I feel like for quant, and I hold quant, right? I got rid of my bag that is swing trade when this Bitcoin first started showing signs of weakness, like maybe over a month ago now. Okay, I warned everybody about this situation we're facing here. So I would consider this similar to Trias, potentially a momentum move down, and then this is showing us a range that we're going to be trading in. This large dashed red line right here, that's our all-time uptrend. We do not want to see that broken, and thank goodness we did not close below it. We don't want to see it close below there. That would be incredibly bearish on a daily close below there. So it's great that we're holding the $86 level right now. And yeah, if you want to take a taste of a falling knife, go ahead. But it's a falling knife until it's not. I wouldn't be backing up a truck until I was certain that we had support and I saw some institutional buying. And I'm just not seeing that right now, partially because my entire chart does not want to load because the internet is slow for some reason. But in any case, I can make some generalizations about it based on what I've seen on Bitcoin already. Now, your bull case is that you can hold $86 and get back up into that $92 to $94 range, okay? And we really want to be there. Really, 97 would be best if we could get that back and get kind of back into that quant stable coin range. But yeah, that's your bear case, that's your bull case on quant. Now, Bitcoin, this is where the nuance comes in. This is where we really need to talk. So pay attention because this is going to affect things. I'm going to give you the bull case, bear case, and my opinion on this. Okay, let's start with the bull case on Bitcoin. The bull case on Bitcoin is that this is just blow off that was needed, and we're going to get support right here. And on this bear flag, it will chop, we'll get support here, we'll get bullish again. And when we swing around and come back up, so you might pull one of these. It might look something like this, okay? So you might pull up and form kind of a big cup, and then, another swing around with the handle. It looks like it might fail, but potentially does it. And then you get on top again, and now everything is reset right in the place where it needs to be for a true breakout, okay? So that's your bull case on Bitcoin there. Your bear case on Bitcoin is that you actually have so much inflows just going away here that this turns kind of into a right shoulder. Instead of like a cup pattern, you see this turn into like a right shoulder. And then that shoulder doesn't get support and maybe cup around this way. Maybe it fails and breaks down all the way down to, maybe about $67,612.04. And that would not be good, right? Now, what we would be looking for at that point, especially with the case for the momentum on the weekly, is how far do we break down after that. This was our old measured move here. Let me just see if we basically still have a correlative effect here. So, yeah, look at that. We're pretty darn close. So there could be even a little more downside there, but we're almost pretty much spot on. Yeah, interesting. So anyway, what I would say here is that, yeah, we got to watch the momentum after that, and we got to watch everything else because if we really start to break down here and we don't stay in this upper range on Bitcoin, that is not going, I can tell you right now, that is likely not going to be good. I mean, if we really start to break through these major levels, we see 65.5 go, and we start to break through some of these other levels again, like is this a larger left shoulder here and kind of a head? Is this kind of an M-topping reversal on your higher time frames and you're coming down? And I'm going to tell you right now, remember, my long case on Bitcoin right now is still the same. That flag on the higher time frames does not look especially good, okay? It does not instill confidence in me. So if we have a major breakdown to the base, then we got to be thinking about how far down can we break? How far down can we possibly go? Do we go down to this fib circle here again like we've been running on as we broke down before? We'll have to see. I will keep you in the loop on that. What's my opinion? Well, my opinion right now is mostly that we have to watch because this is an inflection point, and this is the kind of chop that can be difficult to call. Now, I gave you I gave you the proper case. My opinion was correct 12 days out on this, okay? In the short term here, telling you that this breakout was going to fail. Now we're at a point right now where I really kind of need to see what's going to happen myself. I suspect, I suspect we're going to see, well, yeah, it's tough to do. Plus, I haven't got all my information on screen because I'm just not getting a good load here. But I'm going to have to watch it like you all. I really am. Because I think that it's possible that we could have some things resetting, that this was a liquidity grab that we needed, because that can happen. And then you could actually see a breakout. I will say this. Remember the overall case on the higher time frames. Okay? If it were the case that the bull case played out here and we got on top of this structure again, on top of this bull flag, again, you need to see a God candle with incredible inflows, or you need to see two candles stacked. The time frame is going to be relative, and we need to see incredible inflows on that. If those inflows are lackluster, it's likely to break down again. Okay, so that's what I will tell you. I'll give you what you should be looking for there. Okay, and in the bear case, though, should be obvious. I mean, if we break down from here and we come all the way down to something like 66,000, then you've got to seriously wonder, are we on our way to a big bleed out? I do want to check the 30-minute time frame, and maybe I can get some more stuff to load here. 30-minute time frame is usually for entry, right? But we need to look at something more than just making entry right now. We need some more data, some more information, so we get a better sense of what's going to go on here on this little bear flag that we're on. And honestly, my chart will just not load, and that is incredibly frustrating because it strongly limits my ability to be able to give you appropriate information. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to make a strong call for an opinion right now. But I'll post an update on this when I post the video. I'll give you, if I can get this to load so I can see some other information here. I'll give you a short-term opinion on what to look for. I mean, I would say, like, right now on Bitcoin, I would say if you saw, let's put it like this. If you saw a failure of 70,000, if we go up and test 70,000 and fail, then we likely have a lot more downside. And I think at that point, you're coming pretty darn close to coming down past 67,000. That's the best I can do right now without all my tools here in front of me that I need to be able to synthesize this information. So no strong call here, but I'm telling you what to look for, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as I can. That's your best bear case. That's your best bull case. That's kind of my opinion. We will see you next time on The Market Wolf.